seemed happy to me. Don't get married again, Denise. I mean, I want to know what Charlie Sheen thinks of this. I want to know what the girls think of this. And every time a divorce is announced, does Lisa Rinna just look over and say, they could say I'm the biggest bully in Hollywood, but look at me. Hilton, Vanderpump, and Rinna. Lisa Rinna has figured something out the rest of us haven't, right? I mean, it's working. Harry is insane about her. She's insane about Harry. I like Denise. She's a nice woman. The times I've met her, Aaron's been there. For 2 seconds, they seem fine to me. So a little bit shocked. TBD, guys, TBD. We're recording this a few days before it comes out. I'm going to be doing some traveling. So let's see what happens, right? RHOC, we just talked about it. It's back in our lives, but seems that all is not what meets the eye. Emily Simpson is very, very upset that Katie Ginella has learned nothing from Teresa Giudice, the animal across the river. Miss Giudice. Katie has learned nothing. Now, I remember when this is happening, our weekly guest, Amir, tells me he's caught up in this, and he was one of the bloggers that Katie was reaching out to. Well, Emily Simpson has revealed she stands nowhere with Katie. Forget what we just talked about. Forget what you saw on the TV. There ain't no coming back from this, according to Emily. That, it's one thing. And then Katie says, the kids, my daughter said at Emily's house, we don't like Heather Dubrow. And where would you get that except from the mother? All of that's old news, but apparently Katie was then talking to bloggers and trying to control the narrative. Emily says she is nowhere with Katie. She's not friendly with her. She does not have a desire to have a relationship with her because she has crossed certain boundaries, meaning the bloggers. And I do understand it's reality TV and we've all taken our digs, but at the end of the day, we do have these boundaries. We've drawn lines and we respect them. When someone doesn't respect those boundaries, even after they've been told what those boundaries are, so she said, "You can't go after my kids. That's the boundary." And then they go behind closed doors in the dark and do deceitful things. I don't have any respect for that. Emily, what would you do if you were working with Teresa Giudice, the animal across the river, and Junior G and Marge? Marge has spinsters, and Louis, he went and hired a private investigator. Apparently, they phishing spoofed the son at work. What would Emily do? Welcome to the game. But there's more. This is bigger than I think it is. Emily said because of all this, she had to hire a lawyer. Here we go. PIs and lawyers and ba ba boom ba 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 beep ba. That she had to hire a lawyer because there's a real problem. And the issue is it's difficult enough to be on a reality TV show with family and children and have these boundaries. And I feel that we abide by them when someone doesn't. And they go outside of that. That's what's scary. All right, Emily. Well, working with a blogger isn't you shouldn't be that shocked. I mean, I'm not taking Katie's side, but this is the game. I mean, I know you think it's 3,000 miles away and dirty jurors, but it's infiltrating. You see? And this is why you should be reprimanded and punished, Teresa. Yeah, I'm making it about Teresa. Because if nothing happens and nobody learns a lesson, this blogger shit is going to be on every goddamn fucking franchise. And nobody, let me repeat for everybody in the back, nobody wants this blogger off air bullshit. We want to watch lighthearted drama, but fun. We're done with it. The world is a hard enough place. We want to escape. And Emily says it's hard enough. So if Teresa hasn't been punished enough, make an example out of her because apparently Katie Janella is following in her footsteps. It's hard enough to deal with the public and the public opinion. Simpson says it's hard enough to deal with all the comments, the DMs, the tweets, and we don't need to add an added layer of people to be concerned about. Yes, Emily, it's called bloggers. Now it's become these housewife blogger people. Well, I mean, yeah, Emily, hello, we're not going anywhere. But see, that's the difference with me. Oh my God. I'm not even going to get into this story, but somebody reached out to me the other day, a housewife, and didn't ask for anything in particular, but just like, this situation that's going on air, like, are you going to talk about this and kind of have my side? I mean, I guess it's kind of the same thing. And it's like, I personally, David, it's not that I don't have time for that. Now I have a DM. I'm not even trying to sound obnoxious, but this is the honest truth of it. Now I have a DM and now I have to respond. And now I feel some sort of way obligated because this is a human being reaching out to me who is saying, like, are you on my side with what's going on the TV? And we don't need to get into what franchise it is and blah, blah, blah. And I like this person. I like them a lot and I am on their side in everything. But they were basically saying, like, you haven't talked about this yet, girl. When are you going to do that? And so it's now I just feel some sort of way because I'm not an asshole and I feel obligated and I feel like I should talk about it. And did you reaching out to me sway my opinion in your favor? Probably not. I probably would have been in your favor regardless, but now I have to do an extra level of making sure that I am authentic, A, to myself, and B, to these wonderful people listening, because we're not for the take. So I personally don't want to ever be one of those blogger people. I was close enough to it with all this bullshit with past people we had on this show and Teresa and Aiden and all that. And thank God I'm away from all that. I don't want to do it. But the thing is, and I don't mean any disrespect by this because everyone is a different type of person, but most of these bloggers fucking love it. It feeds their ego. They feel good. Katie's talking to me. Emily's talking to me. Teresa's talking to me. Meredith Marks is talking to me. Gay, uh, poor Whitney, Barlow, whatever it is, they love it because they're fans of the show, and you should be fans of the show for something. And now it's like they never have your best interest. They just want you to put out their own narrative. And that to me is just an extra layer of my job. I know Emily Simpson thinks it's an extra layer to her job that she doesn't want. Girl, I don't want it either. It's an extra layer to my job I truly don't have time for. And I love all these housewives as people, many of them, not a lot, I don't, but I don't want it either. So Emily's saying it's become these housewife blogger people inserting themselves into the episodes, and it's like, I already have enough to deal with concerning the other women. Great, I agree with you. But what I think nobody is talking about is be careful, Katie. Be careful. I'm not taking Simpson's side. I'm not taking your side. I just want to have a good season, report on it, and love these wonderful ropers that are listening to me. But be careful because New Jersey's on pause. Aiden is never coming back, in part because Andy can't fucking stand her. But I don't think her Jersey Mike's bullshit and acting like, a non-developed little child that has no substance. And I certainly don't think leaking the screeners has helped her case. I don't think Teresa working with the bloggers and the PI and old nose and all this has helped her case. Katie, I don't know where you've been, but this isn't going to help your future. If everyone is now gathering around and saying we have a snake in the group and you're a liar, let me be very clear. Again, if Kyle Richards wants to go underhanded and work with bloggers, she's not getting fired. Erica Jane, Dorit, probably not getting fired. Tamra. Katie, you're a second season housewife, and I mean no disrespect by that, but it's a business and you are dispensable. So, like, I actually like you. This is real advice. Like, lighten up. And I don't, it might be too late because if the bloggers infiltrate RHOC now, gonna probably lose your job. I mean, they're probably gonna send a message. You work with a blogger, you get fired. They don't seem to want to do that with Teresa. So it's gonna be Aiden and it's gonna be Janet and the death threats and all that darkness. And now it's gonna be you, Katie. So I just think that's the bigger implication no one's talking about. The hell is that? Sorry, I thought there was a mark on my wall. Last but not least, Rachel Zoe. Rachel Zoe has some